Lisa here. Welcome to another chapter of Salon Conversation. And today we're going through the retail book again. We're up to chapter 5. So, chapter 5, it says, excuse you. Isn't that BS? So, there's reasons why we don't recommend retail or we don't do our job. And I think they're just stories. So, whether they're bullshit or not, they're just stories. And I want you to question the stories that you tell yourself. And in the chapter, I go through in a little bit more detail the 5 flimsy excuses. My clients already have everything, but actually not true. I don't like this range of products. That might be true, but every range of products doesn't get to market unless it's been tested and is well approved. So it just might be your opinion and you only have one type of hair or one type of skin. So that might be what you believe, but it's actually not true. The next one, I forgot. I forgot. So if you're anything like me, you need a structure and a system because you will forget. My brain goes bing, 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 bing. So I like to do the thing that's the most important first so I can go done, I can relax. I don't have time, not true. There is always time for the things that you value, and my clients can't afford it, also not true. So I think stories are just what we tell ourselves. And so true or not true, you could argue till the cows come home. But if the importance is the clients getting everything they need, then the clients are going to need retail. They're going to need another service in the future, and they're going to need retail to support them. It's your job to find out what it is that they need. And if you put aside all your feelings and your ego and your story, and you really focus on servicing the client, then that's the superpower. It's not about you. Right? So when you're uncomfortable and you don't want to do something because you're uncomfortable, you're thinking about you and you're not actually thinking about what you give. So you're thinking about what you receive and not what you give. And so that's the switch that has to happen. Will it happen overnight? No, it won't. But you can make incredible changes overnight just by deciding why is it that you tell yourself that particular story. And it's an old story. Every story can be challenged and every story can be rewritten. But if you don't know what the story is in the beginning, then you're already a bit snookered, right? So chapter 5 is really, really important because it will help you to unlock why you're stuck. And your clients deserve the best care. They just do. And that includes retailing. So think about, what is your excuse? Why are you not openly and confidently making recommendations without any thought of rejection or anything else that gets in your way? Just do your job. So hopefully that was helpful. Get on and listen to me reading you the chapter. I want to ask you a question. Are you exhausted from working too many hours in the salon floor? But the thought of letting go of some of those clients feels really risky. Let me help you with that. I'm running a live workshop. It's designed specifically for the salon owner or spa clinic owner who wants to step back, right? But they don't want to lose the profit. So I'm going to show you how to transition those clients properly. I want you to grow your team's confidence. I want it to be slow and steady. And I want you to design a business that doesn't rely on you so heavily so that you can be the leader, right? So it's really important that you understand this transition, because if you don't, you can lose clients, get complaints, and you can lose the confidence of the team that are stepping up. And that's really, really important. Don't do that, right? Do not lose the team's confidence. So if that's something that you are interested, click the link below and I'll take you through the training. You're going to love it. It's really cool. Works every single time, I promise. Chapter 5. Excuse me? Isn't that bullshit?
Like everything in life, learning to retail is just another skill. Some people start off with a natural talent for recommending retail. For others, it's not such an easy fit. Either way, success depends on you being prepared to learn. Think about this. If you put a bunch of coloured pencils and paper in front of preschool kids, in no time at all, they would all draw. They just get on with it. If you take the same kids when they're aged 13 or 14, some will hesitate and start to tell you that they can't draw. During the decade in between, their experiences, good and bad, have shaped them. They've decided through either failure or success that they can or cannot draw, and that becomes their reality because they never believe otherwise. When I'm working with salon team members, I come across many people who claim they don't do this or they don't do that. In hairdressing, many claim that they don't put hair up. It's not my thing, they say. But what they're really saying is, I'm not confident, probably because they didn't stick to it long enough to be good at it. I don't get that type of thinking. It's selfish, actually. Unless you work in a very large team where you have specialists in every area, you might have barbers who specialise in men's cutting, or you have guys who are amazing with colour and are genius technicians. Then there are those who are educated in extensions. The same goes for beauty. There are some girls who won't do needling or they don't do triple X waxes. Once again, it's just not their thing. And once again, I'll tell you, it's just an excuse, and it's more about your own interest than it is the client's interests. 5 flimsy bullshit excuses. Be careful when you make an excuse because some of us can see straight through your bullshit. Here are the 5 flimsiest of the flimsiest excuses I've heard for why you cannot recommend retail to your clients. Number 1, my clients already have everything. Number 2, I don't like this range of products. Number 3, I forgot. Number 4, I don't have time. Number 5, my clients can't afford it. And I call bullshit on all 5. And here's why. Bullshit excuse number 1. Your clients already have everything. Really? I bet you $100 I can prove that's not true. All I have to do is go to the client history and look at when they last purchased product. Then I'd ask you about a leave-in moisturiser or a heat protector or dry shampoo. That's the hairdressing version. Skincare is a much bigger pool to fish in. I'd start with eye cream. Sunscreens, serums, yes, there's a whole alphabet of serums, and guess what? I'm using them all. Give yourself a reality check. Go to your computer, pick out 4 or 5 of your regular clients, and see whether they actually do have everything. They don't. It's a bullshit excuse. We both know it. Bullshit excuse number 2. You don't like the range of product. That statement is all about you and nothing about your client. If you don't like the product range, then you need to get to know it better and understand its benefits. A poor workman blames his tools, or maybe her tools. I've walked out of a salon where everybody's whinging about their product range. It doesn't sell, it's too expensive, customers complain about blah, blah, and walked straight into the next salon where they're raving about how much they love this range, how it sells itself, because it's so fantastic. Same product range, 2 different salons. Go figure. Product ranges don't get to the public without big bucks poured into their development and research. If that's the product range you must work with and you are the employee, then get over it and get on with it. If you're the salon owner and you truly believe your product range doesn't work, then go find one that does. If you believe the quality of your product range is holding you and your team back from kick-ass retail, it's up to you to fix it, not to use it as an excuse. Bullshit number 3. You forgot. Please. Let me ask you this. If a lady you booked in for an eyebrow wax, would it be possible to wax one brow and forget the other brow? No, of course not. That's because the left one is equally as important as the right one, yes? The service you provide is not complete without finding out what products are needed to support your work in between visits. It's as crucial as doing both eyebrows. The only reason you'd forget is that you don't rate it as important. That's why you're reading this book, yeah? So keep on reading. I'll convince you just how important that retail is. Bullshit excuse number 4, that you don't have time. Okay, let's get something straight. Everybody gets allocated the same 24 hours a day. It doesn't matter how clever you are or how much money you have, you still get 24 hours a day. So what you're really saying is this: I'm so disorganised and unfocused that I don't make time to recommend products to my clients. Therefore, I'm only doing half the job. Isn't that interesting? When you tell me you don't have time, that's all I'm hearing. Lame excuses. Preparation plus planning is the answer to your time management issues. If you print out your client list for the day, take 10 minutes to look at their histories and make a few notes on the side. You'll be ready for your client and ready to change your retail results. Bullshit excuse number 5. They can't afford it. Okay, listen closely. Where people spend their money is none of your business. Your job is to make sure your clients have knowledge and expert advice, given freely without judgment. Have you ever been surprised when a client buys a product from you? On the other hand, some people look like they'd spend, and yet they are 2 turns tighter than tight. Either way, it's not your business. Your job is to recommend the right products to the right people, based on their needs, not their budgets. If they choose not to take the product with them, think about offering them a sample instead. I used to tell my clients, if you love this product at $30, it's an absolute bargain. If you hate it, then this product at $30 is a huge waste of money. What I can do for you is to give you a sample. Test it yourself at home in your bathroom, and you'll soon know if it's the right one for you. Then come back and see me if you love it. It will be written on your notes, so if I'm not in on that day, one of the others will know exactly which one we tested.
Don't be limited by your beliefs. Excuses are just that, excuses. They are limiting beliefs, and trust me, I've heard every one of them before. I want you to challenge yourself on what holds you back. People make time to do the things they think are valuable. Think about what's truly valuable to you, your clients, and your business. I'm fascinated by the lengths that people go to for the things that are important to them. Often things I wouldn't even bother with. When I'm out walking my dog early in the morning, I quite often see a lady outside the Royal Children's Hospital here in Melbourne. She's living proof to me that everyone has their own set of priorities. Hers and mine couldn't be further apart. This lady looks to be in her mid-50s, maybe a little bit older than me, and obviously works in the hospital by her uniform. I guess she's part of the catering team. She comes out the front of the hospital to have a smoke, bringing her own portable fold-up ashtray and a hand towel. She sits on the hand towel, I guess to protect her bum from the cold concrete. My question is, what is she doing to protect herself from getting lung cancer? I'm telling you this because it's a clear case of doing what matters to you. If you've known anyone with lung cancer, you know it's a slow and horrific death you wouldn't wish on your enemy. I've never heard of anyone dying of a horrible slow death because of a cold bum. What on earth is she thinking? We're all different. That's what makes us truly human. But sometimes you've got to give your thinking a critical once-over and decide whether it's based on bullshit or logic. When it comes to salon retail, your limiting beliefs are only fooling yourself and your clients. Kick-ass Kickstarter. Think about the last client you looked after. I'm guessing you didn't recommend retail to them. I mean, well, that's why you're here, right? Reading this book. So think about what went through your head. What bullshit excuse you made to yourself to justify not recommending. Now you see it for what it is. Now you can change it. You can't change what you can't see.